What is going on, guys? In today's video, I'm going to show you how I strip a Toyota Tacoma. Look at this thing. It's done. Yeah. Got you. All right, let's see if we can get this thing off the trailer. Toyota Tacoma V6 TRD Sport, which I don't know what that actually does. Probably just the wheels and some shocks. Turn on the battery. It is 53 miles. Engine might be all right. There is a cap missing, and we'll have to check if water didn't get into it, so we'll have to take off that cover and just check. I cannot start this because there's no key. I talked to one of my buddies that does keys. He said he might be able to come out here and see if we can crank her up, but I don't know if I want to just yet. So bought this one because I needed some parts, and I'm still looking for a bed though. I want a different color, but if I can't find it, we'll just use this bed. So everything's for sale. If anybody's looking for anything for a Tacoma, this is a 2019 year, and I think they go up to 24. You got a good fender, door, full bed, the roof, rocker. I mean, we'll have to chop the cab into pieces. Good tailgate, a little dent right there, but good looking tailgate. Good bumper, just that plastic cover is damaged. 3 good wheels. Tires are okay-ish. I mean, they're not great, so if you need tires, I mean, these would do it if you got another wheel and you want to run these out. I mean, they'll still be fine for probably 5,000–10,000 miles or so. So yeah, I'm gonna switch it out a little bit. I've been repairing cars for the past few months, so we're gonna put this one. Obviously, that one is still there, but that has a different purpose. But it's been a while since I've parted anything out. So, and tomorrow they're screaming a foot of snow. So I want to drop this thing in today. Today's Monday, the 17th or the 18th. I think it's the 17th. So we are gonna be parting this thing out. All right, I completely forgot to put the time lapse. Well, I remembered halfway through the job. It's already 9:12, started lunch. So, I mean, I had a couple customers swing by, so maybe 30 minutes or so wasted. So about, I would say 9 hours. The whole thing is apart. And yeah, Toyota engines are pretty messy because they have so many tubes and pipes and they're so awkward. But the frame is like twisted that way, which is no big deal. I don't think I'm gonna save it much, but I'll put it up for sale. Maybe somebody wants to buy it. I mean, that whole section's toast. And I mean, everything past this welded point is all riveted, so technically any twist in and out, because I mean, it's on the plane, but that rail is moved that way. I measured it diagonally about 3/4 of an inch. So, and this is the section where it's welded. So if somebody really needs a frame, I have one. I don't know, I might list it, I don't know. I'll see what there's going for. This is pretty much all the engine stuff. The cab, I will be selling it full cab. Obviously it's damaged on that side, so if anybody needs it, this thing is ready to go. The back's fine. That has a crack, so I just left it. I don't know if somebody tried to replace it before, but I leave those in. They're pretty much a pain, and they're kind of sealed. Plus it's cracked, so I'm not even going to worry about it. But this side, I mean, that's damaged. There's a little damage there. The top section is all good. So we'll just sell it as a whole cab. If somebody needs a section, hit us up. We'll definitely chop it and throw the rest away, or ship it this way to you. I mean, you can handle the rest. This front apron, there's a little twist here on this section, but I mean, this thing is flimsy, so there's not much to it. It could be flattened out if need be. So got this. The rest of the stuff, I mean, I got the seats, some of the back panels. Here's the palletized axle, motor, transmission, the seats. I pretty much disassemble my seats completely. This was just the engine bay area. Bed, we're gonna keep as a unit. They sell like this, and people, I mean, that's how I bought mine whenever I needed a bed. And we got fuel. Got my dog with an open door. He just loves the cage. I don't know why, but this one obviously does not like the cage. But doors, just to kind of give you an idea how I part things out. I mean, everything is in pieces. So 9 hours, complete job by myself. There's a drive line. Those are for the fancy van that we were building. Axle, 51,000 miles, clear fluid, so somebody just replaced it. I mean, that stuff was fresh. Spare, never used. The receiver. Their exhaust pipe. This is from that other bus. Seats. I don't know if I'll sell that or not. There's the insulator for the back panel. Fender. The glass. This is my second Tacoma. Look at that. It's all cut out perfectly. I called up a window company to come out and get these things cut out for me, and they were telling me it's not possible. And they do this for a living. Here, if you're watching, it's possible. Look, nothing's damaged. And all I really use on windows is a long blade. Or not long, it's like a long stick. I don't even know where I put it. It's pretty much 2 feet, and you put a knife blade on it. I'll show you guys. But that's really all I use on all my windows. Yeah, I have no clue where it's at. I mean, I just used it because I cut it 2 hours ago. Well, I don't know where it's at. So, got the whole thing done. 9 hours, one man. help with the forklift. Forklift was a big help in this. All of this, I don't know. So I part everything out the way I would buy stuff. Like catalytic converters, downpipes. Those are a hot item on these Tacomas, apparently. Hint, hint, California customers, I got a set. Low mileage. Just get in contact with us. And then wiring, the engine bay wiring, pretty much all safe. And I keep the wiring off the frame for the whole rear. If somebody has a cut, it's easier to just swap it than trying to fix it. I've fixed my other one, and I mean, it's fine. If you solder it properly, you shouldn't have any issues. But if you don't know how to solder, which it's simple, but if you don't do it often, it can kind of get out and become a problem and corrode. Wheels are good. Tires are, I mean, if I had a car and needed wheels, I'd probably run them, but I wouldn't really sell them. And then the rear bumper right there, and the 120 outlet. So yeah, 9 hours. I still got it after what, 6 years of not doing, or 5 years. I haven't parted out anything like this from start to finish. I always had guys do it for me, but now I work alone for the time being. For those of you that are interested why, I will cover that down the road. There's a couple projects I'm working on, so I'm not gonna share everything before they happen, kind of thing. So you'll know why I don't have employees eventually, but that's just what I decided to do this year. And I've been working alone for well, me and my wife, we're pretty much been here just by ourselves for the past, I think the year will be in April or so, full year by ourselves. But that's kind of how I do it. And I like to clean everything up, just so whenever we take it to the field, to the outdoor area, none of the screws, bolts, because last thing you want is to find them in your tires. And if you think a big bolt like this don't go through wheels, like something like this, where, I mean, this has a nut on it, but I've had maybe a little smaller than this go through one of my tires. I mean, the angle was right and he just poked right through it. I mean, obviously you didn't see me do the whole thing, but you see the results. And for you, it was probably only gonna be like a second from the car being in one spot and then in pieces. Oh, and then the engine, if somebody's curious, I did my pressure tests. So we did our pressure test, and I pretty much photographed everything for every cylinder. And as you can see, almost 210 PSI on that sucker. All cylinders. The only thing that was damaged is the valve cover. That's the only crack that we found. And then the oil filter housing got busted. And then this little guy. But other than that, high compression, 200 something PSI. Dry, no water, because a lot of these, if it's open like this and it's at the auction for quite some time, you will get drips and condensation go through it. But since the hood was over it, there's really no water. I mean, I checked. There could be slightly moisture in there from just being open like this, but I don't see any kind of issues with it. Transmission also is fine. Just this little mountain point, half the threads just kind of broke off. I don't know if you can see that or not, but other than that, it shifts through all the gears. Brand new fluid. I mean, it was nice and shiny red, so it looks like this truck just went through all the maintenance. Oil was brand spanking new. I mean, it was clean. Seat frames, I do sell these seat frames, because this is the point where if the truck is rear-ended, this whole section just kind of breaks off. And that's what we had in a couple of our trucks that we repaired on these Toyotas. Or not just trucks, just Toyotas in general. If it's a rear end, these top portions of the seat do break off. So we do keep our frames. People buy them. And then we have our 2 doors just as a shell. I don't sell doors as a full assembly anymore. I used to. I leave that padding and the insulation in it, but this way I can make them cheaper. And if you buy a car off the auction, you pretty much have most of the stuff. So this is more economical for you guys and also more profitable for those that are reselling, because we can actually take all the little bitty parts and actually make some money on that too. Appreciate everybody for staying this far. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoy this one. I know there was not a time lapse in this one, so I'm just switching it up, maybe just doing videos like this, updates throughout the week. I don't know. I'm just trying things out, seeing what you guys want to see. And if you have any comments for me or any questions, concerns, or requests, put them in the comments below. Also, follow me on Instagram, Parts That Fit, and also we're on TikTok, Parts That Fit. We're on YouTube, Facebook. I don't really use Facebook much, but if you want to send me a message, go for it. And then anything in this video about the car, frame, engines, all the parts, let us know. Everything's available. Probably by Friday, everything's gonna be live on eBay. So if you guys want to check that out there. Appreciate every one of you. Have a blessed day. Bye.